Hello everyone, welcome to Young Innovators Astronomy class. In last session, we learned about Sun and its importance. In today's video, we will learn about solar system. If you have ever observed the sky, you must have observed the rotation of the sky and all the other celestial objects in the sky. We often feel that all the objects are circling in the sky around us. So, our Earth must be the center of the universe. Early humans too felt the same. They observed the movement of the objects as it rises and sets every day. Very few people like Aristotle, Ptolemy could notice and identify and theorize that all objects are moving around us. Nicolaus Copernicus argued the theory of heliocentric system based on interesting facts observed in the sky, like zigzag movement of the planet Mars, orbital period of planets like Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Only 5 planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, were known until 17th century. And they were called as classical planets as humans could see and only believe what was visible in the sky. Later, around 16th century, when Galileo Galilei turned the telescope to the skies, he could observe the motion of the moons of Jupiter and gave an understanding that smaller objects like moon must be going around bigger objects like planets. He understood that there must be objects like Jupiter and its moon, and maybe our Earth is one of them. Soon, our Sun became a prime object when many celestial events like eclipses, transit, etc. helped people understand that we must be going around Sun. Eclipses played a very important role in understanding of the solar system. As the Sun hides itself behind during total solar eclipse, it gave a thought in the people's mind about the moon between Earth and Sun. A new revolution in understanding of the solar system was born, and it was known as heliocentric system or solar system. Our Sun has many names like Helios in Greek, Sol in Latin, Surya in Sanskrit. Soon, the family of Sun was called as solar system. Celestial objects which go around the Sun belong to the family of Sun. Family of Sun consists of 8 planets, many space rocks like asteroids, meteoroids, comets, and satellites. As humans have launched many spacecrafts and satellites into the solar system, even they belong to its family. Such satellites are called as artificial satellites or man-made satellites. We humans residing inside Earth are also a part of its family. Let us understand the family of Sun more in detail. Our solar system consists of Sun, the only star, 8 regular planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune aligned in a plane. Between Mars and Jupiter lies an asteroid belt filled with many rocky particles, varying in size from few meters to kilometers. These rocky particles are called asteroids, and the belt in which they lie is called asteroid belt. Like planets within the asteroid belt and close to the Sun are called inner planets, and planets which are far from the Sun and outside the belt are called outer planets. Planets are spherical objects made out of gas and dust. Few are rocky like inner planets and gaseous like outer planets. Our solar system is very huge and consists of millions of objects moving within it. The length of the solar system is about 150 trillion kilometers, extending from the Sun to the Oort cloud which lies beyond Pluto. So the distance between Earth and Sun is actually 150 million kilometers on an average, which we call it as 1 astronomical unit. Oort cloud is the cloud filled with trillions of icy objects. It was discovered by Jan van Oort in the year 1950. These icy objects are called as comets. They often leave the cloud and travel within the solar system. Few go close to the Sun and die, and few escape. Sometimes the escaped comets also enter the Earth depending on their path. Before Oort cloud, there lies a belt called Kuiper belt, extended from Neptune. It is named after Gerard Kuiper. Like asteroid belt, Kuiper belt is also filled with many small volatile particles termed as IC, which are said to be formed from the remnants of solar system. Particles in the Kuiper belt are mainly composed of ammonia, methane and water. Hence they are volatile. Volatile are the substances which can evaporate at room temperatures like petrol. Kuiper belt is about 200 times massive than the asteroid belt and far from the Sun. It lies at a distance of 14,900 crore kilometers from Sun. 3 dwarf planets have been discovered in the Kuiper belt, namely Pluto, Haumea and Makemake, which are also called Kuiper belt objects. All the objects in the solar system have their own parts called orbits. Objects which have few leftover particles from the formation of the solar system in their orbits are called as dwarf planets. Hence, Pluto is reclassified as a dwarf planet since 2006. As years passed, astronomers observed and gained more knowledge about the solar system. Today, we have understood that all the objects in the solar system are held together by an attractive force produced by Sun called gravitational force. Gravitational force is an attractive force which depends on how massive an object is. Since Sun is the most powerful and massive object, the gravitational force exerted by it is the highest in the entire solar system. Every object in the solar system is said to be formed during the formation of solar system. But how did the solar system form? As we have already learned about Sun as a star in the previous session, please refer to the video of the Sun. Sun is said to be formed from a huge cloud of gas and dust. This cloud is said to be disturbed by a nearby supernova explosion. This disturbance caused the cloud to spin faster and collapse under the gravitational force. It took millions of years for the dust and gas to get collected at the center to form a star called Sun. The leftover material from this cloud resulted in the formation of the disk around the Sun. This disk consisted of rocky and gaseous material which led to the formation of planets, asteroids, comets, etc. All the objects have their own paths in which they travel around the Sun called orbits. The orbits of the objects are almost oval in shape. The longer the orbit, slowly it revolves around Sun. Hence, the revolution period of the object depends on its distance from the Sun. Like, our Earth takes about 365 days approximately to go around Sun, that is 1 year, whereas Saturn takes about 29 years of Earth to go around Sun. Apart from planets, even comets have their own orbits which are much larger than that of planets. These comets, when they travel close to Sun, melt and leave a trail of tiny particles in the solar system. As these particles travel inside the Earth, they burn due to friction caused in the Earth's atmosphere. The burning of these particles seen from Earth are known as shooting stars or meteor showers. If a meteor travels inside the Earth and hits the ground, we call it as a meteoroid. Objects like meteoroids, asteroids, and comets carry some vital information from space when they hit the Earth's ground. They play a very important role in understanding the nature of solar system. All the information that we have about solar system or space is because of these kind of rocks that has continuously hit Earth from many years. Just like how planets revolves around Sun, our Sun with the entire solar system revolves around the center of the galaxy called Milky Way. Galaxy is a collection of billions of stars, gas and dust held together by gravitational force. There are billions and billions of galaxies in the universe, of which Milky Way is one of them. Out of the billions of stars in the Milky Way, our Sun is one of them, moving around the center with the entire solar system, located at a distance of 250 trillion kilometers on an average. However, traveling inside the solar system has been quite a challenge over the years due to various reasons like large distances, fuel efficiency, temperature variations, manpower, less technology, etc. However, few spacecrafts like Voyager 1 and 2 have made a successful journey so far, traveling towards the edge of the solar system. Voyager 1 and 2 were launched by NASA in the year 1980s to study about the outer planets like Jupiter and Saturn and also the outer edge of the solar system. Both the spacecrafts have sent lots of vital information to Earth from space. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 today are reaching the outer edge of the solar system, traveling beyond Pluto. They are equipped with many necessary instruments to send the vital information back to Earth. Both the spacecrafts are the only human-made spacecrafts to travel beyond the edge of solar system. Scientists are waiting for interesting information to know if somebody like us exists beyond the solar system. One day, we may find some intelligent beings as the solar system and space is vast and infinite. I hope you all enjoyed the session. Thank you.